Make sure you speak up. Okay. This is Dan Lawson with the Alliance for American Manufacturing in Rumford, Maine. I'm at the New Page Mill today. I'm interviewing Chris Dixon, who is an employee at the mill. Chris, how long have you been at the mill?
I've been at the mill 17 years in May.
And what's your job here?
I work in the maintenance department, machinist in the machine shop.
And when you started, what did you do?
I started on the paper machine, number 9 paper machine, which has since been shut down. Then I went to the craft mill for 2 or 3 years, and then down to the machine shop.
Okay, Chris, and what have you been going on with the orders for the mill in the last couple of years?
Well, I've noticed they've steadily declined over especially the last year. Orders have been hard to come by. It's always, well, it hasn't always been public knowledge on the floor where the orders were, but it seems like lately there's more interest in what's going on, so the word seems to be getting out there.
Okay, and what was the result of this? What's happened to the operation?
Well, we've been forced to take what they call rolling downtime or indefinite layoffs, kind of buzzwords to soften the blow a little bit, I guess, but depending on how many years you had in the mill, you know, some folks have been laid off for almost a year. Myself, I was laid off for a total of 7 weeks. So.
And are the employees suffering hardship because of this?
Oh, definitely. I think, I've lived in the town of Rumford all my life, and, you know, I've noticed in the last 5 or 10 years that as the mill goes, so does the town. I mean, you walk down Congress Street. My wife is a business owner on Congress Street, and the business, you know, the storefronts are empty. There's at least a dozen for rent on Congress Street alone, and it's, you know, businesses feel the effect because the paper mill is really the only, you know, it's the only game in town really as far as large employers. So.
Now, you come from a long line of paper makers.
Yeah, actually, both grandfathers were paper makers. My father was a machinist down at IP&J. So, yeah.
What do you think the effect would be on the town and the people if this mill was to shut down for an extended length of time or a complete shutdown?
Ooh, as far as the town, I think, well, as everybody knows, most of the tax base comes from the mill, so, you know, the property owners would feel the effects, which is myself. I have a lot of family that lives in the area. Everybody would feel the effects. That, you know, the town services, the school department. I was on the school board for 3 or 4 years, and I know what it's like to try to balance the school budget. I mean, half of your town taxes go to education, so, you know, education would take a huge hit. They're already starting to cut a ton of education funding right now, so I can't imagine if the mill shut down, it would be, the programs would be slashed. I mean, you'd have to do something because the revenue just wouldn't be there. So.
What about services for the community? Community services, they would have to, of course, increase because of people being laid off.
Right. I mean, like I said before, the fallout from the mill shutting down would be devastating for the town of Rumford. If we had other industry, it probably wouldn't be as big a blow. But people, and it's funny too, because if you don't work in the mill, you know, townspeople around here don't realize exactly what the mill contributes to the town, you know.
And what about the ripple effect to other businesses that supply the mill?
Right. I mean, not only myself, you know, I'm shopping in town, going to restaurants, eating out, buying goods in town, but, you know, like you said, people that supply the mill, the vendors, the people that work at Motion Industries that supply bearings, or people that work at the chip plants, or, I mean, there's hundreds of people that are affected. It's, like I said, it's a ripple effect.
So it wouldn't only be the 700 or 800 workers at the mill, it would extend out through the whole community, through the whole county?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Okay, is there anything else you'd like to add?
No, I mean, I've enjoyed my time working in the mill, and I hope that the townspeople and the people in the state of Maine are on top of their game when it comes to, you know, fighting for a level playing field with foreign imports, and it's a fight that needs to be fought, and I hope complacency isn't the status quo here, because it's a very important issue, and we need to address it now. So,
Okay. Thank you very much, Chris. Thank you for your time.
all right.